What will the world look like in 10 years? Ray Dalio and his team have just released the Great Powers Index 2024 report on the top economies of the world, measuring various well-being categories and predicting growth rate over the next decade. Originally created for Bridgewater's investing, the index today helps policymakers from around the world shape their policies using these indications as KPIs. So let's take a closer look. India is positioned to lead with an anticipated 6.3% real growth rate over the next 10 years, fueled by strong investment, workforce growth, and low debt level. Interestingly, the Middle East shines with 3 of the top 5 countries in the projected growth, particularly the UAE, thanks to its high growth per worker and productivity. A different story is the US, where growth is pegged at a modest 1.4% annually, challenged by significant debt levels to 165% of GDP in non-financial sectors and 123% government debt. So, what does the index say about China? It predicts that China's real GDP growth rate over the next decade will be around 4%. This rate ranks 6th among the top 35 economies. However, China's stock market has underperformed, returning minus 41.8% below cash compared to the world's 17%. Debt is high at 281% of GDP, with most in its own currency, reducing risk. China has a net positive international investment position, but limited ability to cut interest rates, with short rates at 1.4%. China is the largest exporter, accounted for 14% of global exports. It ranks second in the technology and innovation among major countries. China holds 61% of global patents applications and 24% of both global R&D spending and researchers. China ranks second in education with 16% of world's bachelor's degrees and 25% of doctorate degrees. These educational strengths make China a strong competitor to the US in the new technologies. Okay, now on a separate note, is India then becoming the next China? Well, China's economy today is about 15 trillion US dollars larger than India's. If China were to grow very slowly over the next 5 years and India was to grow at over 6% rate a year, China would still be about 17.5 trillion larger than India in 2028. The base effect is very important. Besides, if China maintains its growth rate of just 2% moving forward alongside a declining population, the Chinese will likely still continue to grow wealthier, similar to how Western nations with low GDP growth have done over the past 3 decades. So what's your take? How do you see these projections playing out on a global stage? Let me know.